Howdy folks, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Stellaris. My name is Sonelias, and let's start by loading the last saved game of what we used to call the Digital Realm. I'm not sure what to call them now. They're, like worm-like entities almost. Anyways, here we are. Let's have a brief look at where we stand. I've got a pretty decent sized fleet at the moment. Let's just compare that to my neighbors here. So my fleet in terms of power is relatively... their fleet is inferior compared to ours in terms of, I guess, I don't know, capacity? No, actually their actual fleet power. Technology level as well as capacity are equivalent, but capacity doesn't necessarily mean you're actually using it, does it? Alright, so let's get started. Let's have a look at our technological progress here. We're going to complete this one here, an extra sector, relatively shortly. Completed items here in the production queue, it looks like. Anything we want to add to here? Let's just double check where this actually is. I believe this is a relatively new system, yeah. Makura. Actually, there's 2 planets here. Oh, I can upgrade the space station here slightly, which is cool. Let's look at the surface. As you can see, I can do some upgrades on here. I can remove some items here. There's quite a bit of removal I can actually do here. Let's build some items here. Let's build some actual power production facilities here as well. What else do I want to build here? Let's build that monument. Let's clear some more space. Let's build some research facilities here. So I'm just going to basically queue a whole lot of different things here. And of course here I've got an alien pet which is not being collected, but let's put a research station here. Let's see what we get from there. Now ultimately of course that should lead us to being able to get a zoo, an alien zoo, but I'm not sure we have the relevant technology yet. I'm not sure, why did I leave that as paused? While in command of the 1st Strike Force, Admiral Limineur has learned to carefully nurse her supplies. Okay, that's good. So fleet logistics is basically what she learned. Always a good one to learn. So we've got 12 items in the queue. I'm going to keep on adding a few more. I think that for the moment that should suffice. Yeah, put some more food here. Let's have a look at this other planet here. Again, a similar scenario here. I can put some extra items on here if I wanted to. More power production here, which is good. Alright, so yeah, for the moment that looks pretty hunky-dory. Finish some more production here, which is good. So these two we just look at in terms of the surfaces. Let's have a look at some of the other ones here. Again, this one can upgrade here. That is our original ship shelter. Maybe in the meantime I can actually start building some extra things here. Let's build here, for example, a mine. And whilst I'm at it, I can actually build a droid there. Research facility. Another mine here. And whilst I'm at it, I can build another droid. What can I build here? Power production. Yeah, so just queuing a number of different things I want to basically get built here at particular points in time. So let's actually up the game speed a little bit. So that was Bernard's Star. Let's go to Savannah World here. As you can see, this one's still full of slaves. They're not doing too well in terms of power production, but we just finished our research here, which is good. Food output can go up by 5%, which of course is always welcome. I can actually go for the tile blocker remover here. And I think that's a good one to go for. 7 months only to do. So again, relatively quick little bit of work. Char Prime is really fully populated, as you can see. Okay, so one of the key things here I will be doing is actually putting more battleships in my queue. And as you'll see here, I'm progressing quite nicely here with this. I need another 14,000, it looks like. That's okay. I need new systems within my space. I don't think that this one's in my space. That one is though. Ooh, interesting. But of course, a construction ship here ready. I'll be able to build a mining station here, plus, of course, a research station. One of my leaders has been upgraded. Good. Let's have a look up here. Anything new that we can do here? Is that within my reach? New? No, it is not. This one is just outside my reach as well.
Research complete.
What is this here? Old guard. That is 10,000 in terms of strength. Ooh, is that privateers? Yeah, it is. It is. It is. There's my fleet. There. Go, go, go. I can't get there at the moment. That's interesting. I cannot get there. So one of the things I need to do here is I need to build some extra wormhole stations here. I would guess. Where's that? Ah, it's within there. And the enemy space. That's the problem. It's not necessarily that it's not reachable from. There I am. It's more in case it's yeah. I don't have access through their borders. We completed some other research in the meantime. Let's have a look at what we can do. Ooh, core sectors. I can add another one. But I can also basically go for the biolabs. And I think that's more advantageous to me to go and get more biolabs and so forth. Let's see what's on the planets here. Hypercom I can upgrade. Anything else that's useful on here? Look at this. I can upgrade almost all these buildings here. Quite a bit of items in the queue. Ooh, I can choose. Which one do I choose? I'm going to go for this one here. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Of course, we complete more research. Ion disruptor here. Research speed is increased. No, I don't want to get that one. Jump drive. This is dangerous technology again. I'm trying to avoid the dangerous ones if possible. This is rare. It's not necessarily dangerous, but it's rare. I can build a new building. Okay. Barrier prone defense. Let's go for that one first. Not only 14 months, so it's a relatively quick one once again. But yeah, we're getting there. It's of course a transport fleet, and ideally I want to basically place that in orbit around one of my planets. Is that in orbit already or not? Yes, it is. Alright, this fleet here is relatively close to those pirates. But again, it's due to the fact that they're basically located here that I can't do much with them at the moment. In actual fact, it might be a good idea to swap these fleets around because that's a far smaller fleet I've got here. If I look at where they are, they're near my home planet at the moment. Where is this one? Well, actually, I can maybe just keep the fleet where it was. Why even bother moving it around if I don't really have to? Alright. So, what's the next goal we've got for ourselves? What was that? I just saw popping down. Completed another item here. Research station, which is good. That one is not within my fold yet. I've still got +2 here, as you can see. Actually, it's +2.93. So I'm going to do to basically get more of those systems within my reach. Looking at this one, this is quite advantageous in terms of output. Question is, where do I want to basically place an extra station or an outpost? Probably got a few too many outposts at the moment, but
construction complete.
Yeah, outposts do give you an advantage, which is nice. Gives you significantly greater reach. An Arctic world is here. There is another world in this system here. So I can basically go for colonizing this planet here. This currently one here is pretty big. Hallucinogens in the atmosphere.
Construction complete.
Okay, Iron Fist.
Construction complete.
What does the Iron Fist do for her? Hello. Better with slaves. Is this a slave planet? No, there's no slaves here. But, okay. This one's migrating. Interesting. Leveled up. Good. Treaty has expired. Yeah, fine. Not really bothered with that. Now, of course, I can go to the traders in a minute and see what they've got on offer. But I'm going to leave it as is for the moment. Let's have a look at what else I can build here. Frontier Clinic. What will that do? It'll increase the growth speed. That's quite advantageous for us to have. Now I'm going to clear these blocks here as well. Make sure I can use that space properly. One of the things I want to do, I want to make sure I can actually get this one fully utilized. So once that's built, it needs to be put to good use. I get to choose, that's the problem. Okay, that's fine. Have I got a... Alright, that's good as well, I guess. Not sure about the exact output levels. It doesn't say at the moment. So, it's 1.5, 1.5 and 5.2. So next upgrade that I need to go for is really this society, it looks like. Society, that's this top one, biolab. Ah, hold on. Trade has expired. Trade has expired. And what's happened here? These guys here have been... these guys have won. They've made a following demands, which okay, makes some sense, I guess. Where are these guys based? Let's just double check. And it's this big one here. And these guys here, it's almost like the brothers and sisters. Where are these? Ah, okay, they're next door as well. So it's just these guys have locked me out. Is it? Are they related somehow? I'm not sure. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so they've made a pact. We would not want to drag your people into conflict, but it's clear we would benefit from journeying together against possible threats. So what is it they want to do? They want to basically get a defensive pact initiated. What will that do for me? Defensive pact give me -1. Ouch. Okay. Let's just see how that goes. Let's keep on expanding our navy somewhat. So I haven't got much at the moment, but I can at least build another battleship. So this fleet here is pretty much up to strength already. But I want to basically start utilizing a larger proportion of my fleet capacity.
Incoming transmission.
Of course I need to maintain it, but at the moment I still got surpluses in terms of energy output. And as I build up the other planets that I'm newly colonized, I should be able to get something similar.
Research complete.
Let's have a look at these guys here. We got 55 people, 3 planets. Defensive pact. Interesting. Now, I think it's gonna benefit them more than me, but yeah, well, let's go for it. Won't hurt, except for, of course, in terms of what I'm seeing here, we've completed some research. What do I want to go for next? Power. Neutron torpedo, guardian point defense. I'm going to go for that superconductor here. 5% increase in terms of my energy credit. Always welcome. Let's double check what's on each of the planets here once again. As you can see, you can do more upgrades here. What have we got here? Why have we got a blank spot there? I'm not sure, but actually you can build something here as well. Of course, a science lab would make most sense over there. And here it would make most sense to basically get myself a power grid, or do I want to actually go for a power plant? I will go for the power grid in this instance. Okay. I can actually increase the game speed. There's this planet here. This one here is still full of slaves. There's not really much happening here at the moment, as you can see. But, ooh, that's a slave processing facility, which gives additional slave mineral output, slave food output, and of course slave unrest is reduced. Planetary administration can be upgraded, which is good. Look at that, Bernard Star is ready for another upgrade. Really now it's a matter of running out of resources here. Let's have another chat with that trader. Right, the traders are further down in here, so let's find this one here. Okay, the spice must flow. Let's communicate with these again. Like trade for some minerals. Right, perfect. I thought I saw something else in the list here. Stagnant ascendancy. Interesting. Enigmatic observers. Where are they based? Over here. Ah, yes, I've been in a conflict with them further earlier in the series itself. Right, let's have another look around. Quite a few more planets that I can colonize here, potentially here in Chara even. So if I go to Chara here, have I got any more colony ships at my disposal? Not at present. I could maybe put some in the queue. Might be a good idea. Colony ship. And a colony ship.
Construction complete.
Another Iron Fist has come about. I'm gonna build here some... What I'm gonna build? Synchronized defenses, maybe. Okay. Is there any other races here that are basically within my empire? Segment species, really species. Let's have a look at these. Any more that I can uplift? So Digitalia, Droids, Humans. Why can I not set any permissions for the Droids? That would be nice if I could, but okay. So no more uplifting possible here. This one's really slow in growth, but looks like these guys are slow in growth as well. Actually, sorry, it's these ones that are slow in growth. These ones are doing pretty okay. And these ones are doing pretty okay. They actually seem to have some growth occurring on their world, which is nice. Very, very nice. Let's actually have another look at that species list. So, the one that's struggling a bit, where is that based? Here. And is that within one of my sectors? It is. So maybe that's influencing their growth rate. I'm not sure. Upgrading that space station to start off with. And of course, putting solar panels in there as one of the first things. Yeah, they're suffering from the fact that they haven't got much space. And of course, a droid is here. Where do I want to resettle them to? Ah, okay. Let's go for my newer planets here. I want to put them in place over here, I think. Yeah, I can resettle him. Now these people have got a preference for a particular type of planet, don't they? Habitability is 100% on here. What kind of world is this? Now, that's one of the things that's missing at the moment. I don't really see what kind of world it is that we're looking at here. So I'm going to pick up this person here and I'm going to put him or her. No, I'm not allowed to resettle him. Oh, okay, let's resettle one population. Can I pick up these guys at all? No. So what can I do in terms of permissions? If I gotta look at the species list here, what kind of rights have they got? Migration control enabled, population control. Colonization rights, colonization allowed. Alright, okay. Alright. These guys are really pushing it, isn't it, in terms of the borders? Don't like it. Let's have a dessert. Anything else that is happening excitingly here? At this point, it's a bit of a slow-moving game. I'd like to basically, yeah, of course, expand my navy a little bit further.
Construction complete.
I guess I will be able to do so shortly. Just one of the things to bear in mind at the moment is, of course, I will need to not only expand my navy, but also maintain my navy properly. So all of these seem to be actually up to the latest technological levels already, which is good.
Research complete.
Ah, look at that. Latent psionic powers have begun to manifest in certain individuals belonging to the Proshakan species, according to leaked reports from authorities in the Blessed Proshakan state. Alright, so someone else becomes psychic. What a crock. Yep. Right, the Giga Cannon. I am gonna basically take this one here, I think. Yeah, that makes sense if I do. Unless I go for the crystal infused plating, which might actually be beneficial to have. What does it do overall? Ship hull points plus 5%. Okay. Okay, let's carry on.
Construction complete.
That ship is in orbit there. I can move to the right gel system, wherever that is. Ah, it's become part of my domain now. Interesting. Where's it? Pirate fleet. Let's first move into that system myself to deal with some of those borders that we got there. To one of the systems here. I'm not sure yet which. Probably that one I'm going to move into and put another wormhole station in place. Alright, that should do well. Pirates. So we've got this fleet moving towards the pirates. Should be interesting. So the planet is visible there, usable there. Alright, what's happening here? They've got a defensive agreement with the Wergost. I basically want to make these guys my rival. Has to be the rival new. Okay. Perfect, I can choose this one here. What I then choose over here, let's pause the game for a second. Building megastructure requires an unprecedented amount of resource and planning. Okay, force dominion, increase my border range. Galactic contender, damage to fallen empires, one vision, governing ethic extraction. I think that's I'm gonna choose one of the top ones there. Voidborn, Imperial Prerogative. I'm gonna go for this Imperial Dominion, which should push out my borders quite a bit. I should make this one in my reach now. There we go. So that leads to me being able to build, of course, more things. Research stations, mining stations, research stations, you name it. All over the place. Alright, up here. Anything else that's moved around here? Looks like we got some more mining I can do up here. Actually, that one is still outside of my reach, but here there is more mining that I can do. Down here, is there anything else that we have gained down here? A little bit, not very much, but every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Mining stations. Yep, I think that will do it for now. 89, which is good. In terms of Unity, we are doing well as well. Okay. Anyways. It is moving. Unfortunately, someone has just died. One of our research leaders. So what can I do? I can actually pick up one of my commanders here. Basically see which one actually is useful to have leading my okay, none of them seem to have the right skill set, which is a bit of a pity, but none of these have the skill set either. So actually it would be beneficial to take one of the ones from the ship, because of course their age will contribute quite nicely. So which one am I gonna pick? I think I'm gonna pick here this one. Actually, he or she will die relatively quickly. So let's pick this one here. Yes, there we go. And of course, again, at least one of my ships. Is that this one here or this one here? No, this one here. Without an actual leader at the moment, so I need to recruit a new one. Anomaly research, research speed, new worlds. Okay, let's pick this one here. Assign her. I'm not quite sure. Let's make them do some research. Trade deal expired. Okay. Fair number of bits are going on, of course, within my realm. What is the agenda for the different parties at the moment for factions? These guys are relatively happy. These are happier.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Allowed, okay. Because Pride Hub in the two boss system, there is likely to be the source of corrupt influence that turns some of the outcast and criminal elements of the digital realm into violent freebooters. Going by their massive, misshapen and visibly aged ships, these pirates are likely to range of some past galactic era, possibly descendants of privateers or in an ancient war. Turned pirate following the mutual destruction of enemy and ally alike. Look at that. They seem to be throwing quite a bit of weight my way. And I'm actually going to lose that cruiser relatively quickly, as you can see. Destroyers are being bombarded quickly as well. Following a long period of growing support, the Wealth Promotion Party and the Galactic Tiraban Union have finally embraced the faction, adopting their core values and policies. Okay. There's a second fleet coming in, which is a bit annoying. Let's just have a brief look at where our research vessels down here. Let's send one of them at least up here to then be able to. Actually, can I move here? Yeah, let's start doing the research there straight away.
Situation log updated,
which makes that a bit easier. What is this? Is that a massive ship? It does look like it, doesn't it? It is one huge ship. And it actually got pirate pictures and everything on there. And it's got asteroids with it, it looks like. So I have lost 2 ships. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Alright. Am I launching any ships already? We're slowly healing some of the damage, which makes sense again. Let's speed up the game. As you'll see, ooh, look at that. The amount of damage that's being dealt here already. That seems to be quite substantial. Focusing one ship at a time. That ship really is being blown to bits, looks like. Complete some research in the meantime. What have we completed and what do I want to go for? I probably want to go for minerals. Extra 5% minerals always welcome. I will lose some of my fleet here, unfortunately.
Situation log updated.
Maybe I'm not. Interesting to see. Very interesting to see. Okay, where's that science ship? It's just coming in now. Let's. hold on, hold on, hold on. Ah, I'm in the wrong system, that's why. Rethinking. Okay, how comes? I'm gonna add this one here to the research queue. So at least they go through the one at a time. As you can see, the ship has repaired itself already, which is good. Again, makes my life easier. And after we basically finish here, we're actually going to do a quick survey of this system. Now, I'm not sure what this actually is here. Looks like a big circle of sorts. Is that an asteroid belt? Not quite sure. Could be anything. Alright, let's track all of these on the map. Making sure, of course, I can find them if there's a need for it. What do we find? Red lasers. Okay. Not really much new there. They had a big ship. Hopefully it does serve some interesting bits up to us. Warp drive 1. Ship mounted subspace sensors. Yeah, we'll see what we get from there. Anyway, it's really looking at the clock. I should really be calling it a day. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to save away the game, and I'll see you in the next episode. In the meantime, take care.